with gastroparesis, and I advocate about it. It's partial to complete stomach paralysis. And hello, hello, hello. Um, just started my live, so we're just sitting here. Bubba's sleeping. He was. I got my thing going. Got water. I'm actually drinking some coffee that I put some Miralax. Or no, I had my Miralax in my drink earlier. So this is my coffee. Other drink that I had earlier. Um. So yeah. Hello. I'm gonna put you guys up against my lamp. And I'm gonna move my feeding tube and everything closer. I have my clip for my feeding tube actually unclipped right now because my tummy has been giving me strife today. So I'm trying to drink things so that way at least I'm getting some happiness. But at the same time, sorry if you're hearing all the clanking. Um, but at the same time, I'm like, it hurts. My tummy's been hurting, and yeah. Also, in case when people do start coming out, I do have a DNR. Um, just waiting to see if people come on in. I'm assuming people will. Um, I have it set, so I know that it should show. I said that I was going live and all of that. So I'm also gonna probably put it on Instagram because usually when I share it to Instagram, that helps too. So ridiculous, but it's okay. So now if I'm gonna share, I gotta copy my link. Oh my goodness. Alright, and then go here. There. Hi. I just shared my live. Welcome in. I was just sharing everything because it had been 3 minutes and no one was in, so welcome in. Hi. I'm Kristina Lundell, and I have gastroparesis. I have a DNR because of osteoporosis. Chest compressions would unalive me. Um, I'm here to advocate about gastroparesis because gastroparesis causes malnutrition. It is partial to complete stomach paralysis. Some people have complete stomach paralysis. Some people it's just partial. I had a lot of paralysis for my stomach. I had over 48% retained in my first gastric emptying study, which was in 2024. So I have a DNR. I have a J tube for feeding. This is my kangaroo omni pump. I also have a G tube. This is for stomach contents. Um, I'm 37. I'll be 38 this year. Yeah. So, and this is my fall button. My dog's actually he's sleeping over here. Um, if you have any questions, and thank you for your like. If you have any questions, please don't forget to like and subscribe. By the way, thank you for that like. It helped me to remember. Um, but yeah, I have severe gastroparesis, severe osteoporosis, I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I have autism, ADHD, OCD, PTSD, complex PTSD, severe anxiety. I also don't, I have situational depression, but I do not have clinical depression. I had a stroke in 2021, and there's a little silver lining with that. I don't get that kind of depression anymore. I used to have clinical depression, so I don't get that anymore, which is nice. Um, I am on lots of medications for what I have, like Motegrides or clopamide. It's for stomach motility. I am also on Bentyl for stomach cramping. I am on diazepam for my anxiety. Uh, let's see here, Prilosec. Hi, Kyle. Kaib. Sorry. Welcome in. I'm also on meloxicam for pain in the morning. You can ask me any question, please, just so you know. Please like, please subscribe. I love subscribers as well as I have an Instagram. I don't have 1,000 people there at all, so I can't go live there. I can go live here, so if you'd like to, you can also go to my Instagram, follow me there, come back. Up to you. But I like to share a lot about my life. And having a DNR means that they can't even use defibrillator on me. If they used a chest compression device or gave me chest compressions, they would unalive me by accident. That is why I have a DNR, and I live in Wisconsin. If anybody wants to know where I live in Wisconsin, USA. This is my bracelet. It says Wisconsin Do Not Resuscitate EMS, and it has the lovely symbol on it. I have to carry papers in my purse. Not happy about it. It's something that I'm trying to come to terms with. It's a hard thing to think about at 37 years old, to know that if your heart decides to not work, um, they can't try to make it work, really. And I found that out. I don't know what they would do then. Hi, Kevin. Welcome in. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't know what they would do exactly. I mean, having a feeding tube and everything, yes, it is hard. And being 37, being a singer, I also am a singer. Everybody, you might remember, because if you've been part of my subscription, I only have 86 people. I don't have anyone paying to watch me. I'm going to say that right now. Kind of, I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish I did, because I would love to build my platform to be bigger. But that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for advocacy, so just so everyone knows that. Um, but no, I've had gastroparesis since 2024, and it's been very, very tough. And I am very thankful that, music was what brought me to YouTube, and I'm a singer. And, but my health has taken over my life on that, so to speak. I'm trying not to let it, but it's become hard, because when you have a DNR, now you know that there's some things that you can't, you can't play around with things, if that makes sense. You can't play around with things. If things are going, if your my stomach hurts, by the way. I'm just letting you guys know that I'm not exactly 100% right now. I'm not feeling good. I literally have my G tube open so that it drains as I'm talking to you. So this is my G tube, and I literally have it clamped open so that because I've been drinking this coffee, but I let it just kind of drain. I'm letting it just drain. Because my stomach is actually cramping quite a bit, and it's not because of the coffee. Like yesterday, last night, my stomach started to just. I don't really know how bad my gastroparesis has gotten, but I do know that I don't empty liquids from my stomach into my intestines quick enough. I can tell you that with having a J tube, because that goes into your jejunum. It's a jejunostomy tube. It goes into your intestines, which it bypasses your stomach, so therefore it feeds you. And this is my formula. It's Nutrient 1.5. I can actually show you a little closer. Nutrient 1.5. And then this is my flush bag for water. So this goes into my jejunum. So does this. And this is my food. This is the machine. I'm going to turn it around. But yeah, so I get 36 milliliters per hour. I'm hooked up 20 hours a day, just so everybody knows. Hooked up 24 hours a day. Sorry about that. If I press this, it stops it. I could press flush now, but every 3 hours, it flushes. And so this here, as you can see, this is my G tube, but this is my leg is actually over it. I didn't realize that. My my J tube. Sorry about that. My J tube is right here. And trigger warning. I'm gonna say trigger warning. This is where my J tube is. So that's my J. And now this is my G, trigger warning. So it's right here. And trust me, I am 88 pounds and I don't like it. And I'm gonna tell you what sucks about having not enough muscle. I'm gonna tell you what it feels like when your muscles don't have when your bones hurt. I'm gonna tell you what it's like for your bones to hurt because they're brittle. Um it's a different kind of pain. It's not, and thank you for your likes. Thank you. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. Sharing is caring. Please like and share. But I want to tell you about the osteoporosis pain. I'm going to be on palliative care pretty soon. Actually, this week I'm going to have palliative care being called. Well, they're going to be calling me. Um, and so then that way my pain can be a little more under control, and I can sleep hopefully better. Um, because my meds to help me sleep don't really help because my pain is what usually keeps me awake, and that's not something I would wish on really anybody. I hate the fact of how much pain I get in. This is all skin, by the way. If people are wondering, they're like, she's got really like, no, this is all skin, guys. I have a lot of muscle atrophy as well. I'm gonna stand up. I have a lot of pain right now in my tummy, and when you have gastroparesis, there's a lot of pain sometimes. I'm in a flare, so this is why I wanted, this is important. But this is my tummy. So this is me. And this is how it hurts really bad. And yes, I wear Depends because I have incontinence. This is my bones. This is a lot of skin. I have a lot of skin, but my tummy hurts a lot. This is my J tube, and then this is the G, and this is skin. Underneath that, I have a gastric stimulator, um, which is made by Intera. I'm one of 15,000 people in the world that actually have that. I have to carry a card in my wallet that states that I have it. And I'm not grabbing my purse right now because I could show you. Actually, I think. No, yeah, it's in my purse. Well, I'm sorry. I covered my dog with my own, with my heating pad. Um, but yeah, so the enterogastric stimulator, what it looks like is a pacemaker kind of looking thing. It's underneath my G tube, to be honest. It's kind of like where my surgeon put it. The enterogastric stimulator, if you want to look it up, I wish I had like, well, since we just moved, I don't have, I used to have pictures, and then I can maybe gonna, show you what that looks like. But it looks like a pacemaker. It has two leads, and it goes to your stomach. And what it does is it helps nausea and vomiting. And my enterogastric stimulator is turned up to 8.5 volts. And I thought that was the highest it goes. Apparently it's not. It can go higher. But I'm at a very high voltage. And yeah, I'm having some issues. I still can't eat solid foods. I can only have liquids to pureed, sometimes pureed. But mostly just liquids. Like, this is my main source of nutrition right here, besides drinking some coffee or water or tea or juice. Having popsicles. There's a lot of, there's many things that I can have. Um, like, we'll go to Starbucks and I'll get, like a macchiato, like they'll make it dairy free because I'm now lactose intolerant. They'll make it dairy free, like if we go to Starbucks or something like that. But I can't have raw fruits. I can't have veggies. I can't have any beans. I can't have any seeds. I can't have. There's a lot that I can't have. Eating wise, and I can't steak. I can't have pork. I can't. Yeah, there's a lot. I used to. I was not born with this disease. I'm sure that there's many people. I mean, you can ask me any question and you're not going to offend me. So I would love for you to ask away. I mean, ask away. I'll be quiet for a minute. Maybe I'm just talking too much. I'm a I'm a South Central Wisconsinite, even though I'm from northern Wisconsin. I would say I am a Wisconsinite. Wisconsin, here's Wisconsin, here's Michigan, here's Illinois, down here's Iowa. So, I mean, how Midwestern can you get? Hi. And if you are, if you know anybody from the Midwest, you understand how we are. We talk a lot. I also play Call of Duty Mobile. I don't know how many, like, people are watching that are disabled or understand or know anyone that has a DNR or who has had one. I guess I never really understood that a defibrillator wouldn't be used. I kept thinking that even though this is a precautionary DNR, it's still a DNR. It's just so that I don't get unalived by accident, and have unnecessary harm, um, done by life-saving measures. And because it would cause me more harm than good. And that's I also take Timlos alberoparatide. I have to give myself that as a shot every day. It's 80 micrograms. I'm on that, and then I'll be on reclass infusions. So August 24th will actually be 2 years that I've been on reclass. I've had severe gastroparesis. I've had diagnosed since 2024. I also have minor esophageal dysmotility disorder. I have EDS, which is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. The gastroparesis I was suspected to have had in 2022. Now, nobody believed me. I was gaslit like you wouldn't believe. The medical system is so gaslit right now. Like, I was so gaslit for having, like, they didn't believe me that I had gastroparesis in 2022. Like, a surgeon literally, I'm 37, going to be 38. And so I know my body. And the surgeon that I had, she was an amazing surgeon. I'm going to tell you this right now. Um, but she even said to my family doctor of the time at this place, she said, I think she's got gastroparesis. And she told me about it. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Never heard of it. And then I found out it's partial to complete stomach paralysis because the vagus nerve is damaged. And what happens with the vagus nerve, it can be damaged by surgery. It can be damaged because you have diabetes or neuropathy, nerve problems. Your vagus nerve can be damaged by gallbladder surgery. It can be damaged by multiple abdominal surgeries. It can be caused by narcotics. It can be caused by overuse of that. Like a person that, you know what I'm trying to say, overindulges. Uh, it can be caused by endometriosis and polycystic ovary syndrome. Please like and subscribe. I am a very good advocate for gastroparesis. It is rare. I have the enterogastric stimulator. Only 15,000 plus people in the world have that. And you have to have gastroparesis in order to get it. That is a prerequisite. You have to have had a gastric emptying study and found that you have gastroparesis and that you qualify for it. I had such bad gastroparesis that I qualified for it. I was 78 pounds. I got my gastric stimulator and J tube last year, January 4th of 2024, 5. So, and I got my G tube January 5th of this year. So, and I got my DNR about 2 weeks ago. So I have a lot going on. I want people to understand that this isn't a joke anymore. I laugh, I smile. This is called the mask of autism. I have autism and ADHD as well. And the mask of autism makes me look, oh, she's fine. Nah, nah, no, no, no. I'm fine and I'm okay, but I'm not okay. It's like Jelly Roll's song. I am not okay. That one. It's really like that song. That's kind of where my life is at, but yet thankfully, I'm married. I have an amazing husband. But I'm sure a lot of people understand that are of age, that have a spouse or somebody they love. They understand that when your spouse or whatever has a chronic illness, you become also like the caregiver. There's another dynamic to the relationship, as well as there's burnout. You both become burned out because you both get stressed out, and it really does happen. That's true. I want everyone to understand that, and it's normal. It is a very normal part of being with somebody that has a chronic illness. There's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, and there's going to be times where you look at each other, and then that's when communication, it becomes even more pivotal to have a different level of communication, a more deeper level of communication with the person that you love, when you're with them, because having a chronic illness isn't easy. I can become Jekyll and Hyde in an instant, and it isn't because I have a mental illness. It's not like that. It's because of the malnutrition and because of also other things. If I'm in pain, I may argue about the smallest, most dumbest thing. Um, and I'm not lying. Like it's really funny how my mom has actually said this about me and my husband. Like, we could fight about the stupidest thing, and about 10 minutes later we're fine. And it's true, but there are times where he makes it so hard. Like, there is a study that has been done for chronic illness individuals that have been married. Once the wife is chronically ill, if the wife is chronically ill and has a debilitating illness, 75% of them lead into divorce. I didn't realize that it was that high, and that was a statistic. And you can look that up in good old Google. But it is true. The statistic for divorce, when the woman is disabled and can't work, and the husband is the breadwinner, it's 75% chance of divorce. And I'll be damned if me and my husband are part of that statistic. I don't think we ever will be. Came close, I feel. I think we've came close just because of how hard it is, and it's not our fault. It's not his fault. It's gastroparesis' fault. I mean, just so you know, it starves your brains. Like when you get, I want people to know when you have chronic illness and brain fog, don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself grace. My husband gives me grace too, and I don't realize how much grace he gives me. So give yourself grace and understand that having chronic illness, you're not alone. I don't care if you have cancer and like an incurable disease like I got. Like, I don't have cancer, but I have an incurable disease. So I understand what it's like to have something that you have no control over. I really do. I understand pain. Oh, I understand pain. I understand. Everybody knows pain, okay? I'm going to express this right now. Everybody knows pain. But let me tell you guys, I know pain. And I'm not going to ever let somebody feel like their pain was never valid. So if you've ever experienced pain to the point where, you feel like you want to black out, well, then you've experienced pain. Any pain is valid, of course, and everybody experiences pain differently. Everybody expresses it differently, and some people have a very high pain threshold. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for coming in. I'm Kristina Lindell with Gastroparesis and Osteoporosis. I also have a DNR, and I just want to spread love and light to people and expressing, how to advocate and be aware of yourself, especially medically, like going to the doctors, doing these things, making sure you're okay, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people are too afraid to go in. A lot of people are like, I don't want to go in and check myself. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Well, just because you're young doesn't mean you shouldn't go to the doctors. Just saying. Being young and having what I've got, it's hard. It's a very tough thing. I wish people would understand that, healthcare is key. Taking care of yourself is key. I mean, it is. So I just want people to understand that it is key. Hi, welcome in. It is key to take care of yourself, and please don't judge me for the nicotine you saw in the video. But yes, I am 37, by the way. And just ask me any questions about gastroparesis, anything. I also smoke herb, which is legal. So I live in Wisconsin, United States of America, and South Central. So I'm a Midwesterner. And I believe in medical marijuana. I really do. But I also smoke what's legal in Wisconsin. I can't smoke the actual full version because Wisconsin, everybody around us is legal, but we ain't. So I smoke what's pretty close to the real thing. THCA, when it is burned, turns into straight THC. Um, so that's how our state works. But I wanted to explain that, I'm very thankful to everyone that does come in my life. And thank you very much. Please like and please subscribe. And I am very thankful for you guys coming in. I want to show you, please, trigger warning. Please don't leave. My cane always drops. And yes, this hurts for me to bend over, so I gotta pick it up. I'm also an ambulatory wheelchair user. I'm actually gonna be getting a what is it? KI Mobility Catalyst 5VX, and it's custom made. It's gonna be teal and purple. But I'm gonna stand up and show you what my tummy looks like, and it really hurts right now. I'm kind of bloated. That's why I actually have my G tube open, so it's stomach contents. That's what my G tube is for. My J tube is to feed me. So this is my tummy, and you can't tell that I'm bloated really, but I am, and it hurts right here. You can't tell, and I know you guys can't, just because of how tiny I am. And I understand that it's because I'm 88 pounds, but my tummy really is bloated. And I used to be at my heaviest 246 pounds, so that kind of explains the skin issue on the tummy tum-tum. I wasn't that when I got gastroparesis, though. I was 130 pounds. 140-ish. Something like that. And I was 78 pounds at my lowest, which was life endangering. And it wasn't my fault, of course, because gastroparesis is a rare disease that is caused by things I did not cause. So it might have been caused by my stroke. I had a stroke in 2021 and I was almost unalived by people. And no, I never got justice. That's the truth. That is the God and Goddess honest truth. On a stack of Bibles truth. I wouldn't say that if it wasn't. And yes, I woke from life support on my own birthday in 2021. So some of me wonders if that could have been partly the cause, but I was able to eat eventually after. So I didn't have the issue I do. Then after that, in 2022 early, I was with my best friend. And I just remember I was starting to lose weight, and I didn't understand why. We were walking, and I was eating, and then I would get full, and I would get sick every morning. It felt like morning sickness is what it felt like. I didn't understand. It was like food that I'd ate the day before, and it was there, like, for hours. Like, it would be the next day, it could be at night, and it'd be still the same food. And you could see it. And it was, I'm sorry to be graphic, but it's true. This is for 18 plus, so please subscribe and like, and don't forget to follow on my Instagram. I have less than 1,000 followers, so then that way I can go live on there too. Anyway, sorry for the plug, but yeah, so with gastroparesis, it has been such a struggle for me, and now I have a DNR, a Wisconsin DNR, and it says Wisconsin do not resuscitate EMS, and on the back it says Kristina Newman, which is actually my legal name, which is alright. And then DNR, no chest compression, or comp, because they can't fit the whole word on there. No MRI, gastric stim, or stimulator. I'm one of 15,000 people that have that. My nose keeps itching, I'm so sorry. My husband, John, and then his phone number, and then osteoporosis and more. And that is the reason why the DNR, because if they use chest compressions, they will unalive me by accident. And I can't have an MRI because it would pull the gastric stimulator out of me. Yeah. It's kind of graphic, but true. I'm gonna do some of my medicine when I have more of you back in here. I'm thinking some of you guys went out to subscribe, which is thankful. I'm very thankful for that if you are. But I'm just going to wait a little bit. My tummy really does hurt. a bit. And it does. My tummy is yelling at me. I don't know why. It sucks. I don't know why. It hurts. My stomach's hurting me a lot. Hi guys. Or hi. But no, my tummy is it's hurting me a lot. I was gonna go to the YMCA actually. It's 1:15 in the morning right now, so let's pretend that it's Sunday still, not Monday, but it's Monday. I was gonna go to the Y Monday today, early morning, and my husband was gonna take me, but I knew I couldn't do it. So I need to I need to stay home and everything, and my abdomen's been hurting me, my sides and my back, and I don't know why my sides and my back. I don't understand why the gastroparesis has to be a pain in my ass. Hi. I'm about to do some medicine if that's okay with you guys in front of you. Please share, please like. Um, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I am I've been going through gastroparesis now since 2024, and it's a pain in the tuchus. Having this, so I'm gonna try to like fix this so that you guys see me a little better. Okay, I'm gonna try to grab my cane and walk it a little bit. I'm gonna stand up. And I'm gonna turn this light on over here so that you guys can. I got my feeding tube stuff behind me. All right, so I'm gonna pull this with me. Oh, excuse me, Mom. Sorry, and gastroparesis causes gas, so I'm very sorry that I burped. Did not mean to. But excuse me. This is what happens when you have gastroparesis. There we go. I needed some light. Trying to get myself back in here. Ooh. Okay, come on. There we go. There we go. Tummies are hurting me. Okay, so this is what I have to do. I'm gonna put this vase up here. I think it'll help me a little bit. Hi, I'm gonna put this vase up here so you guys can see me better. All right. Welcome in. All right. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. I'm hurting. I just was turning on a light. Alright, so I have my G-tube hooked up, but yeah, I wanted to like have this so I can have it. There, that works. Move this over. So then that way I can stand up and do this. So, trigger warning, I'm just letting my G-tube drain a second. There we go. I'm a little gassy and it hurts. Okay. Whew, it's going down. Sometimes you gotta have that. When you have a G-tube, it also helps to move a little bit. So it gets some of that extra gassiness out, and it's an honest thing. So sometimes you gotta do this. I'm gonna use my cane to kind of help me here. And like pressing on it just a little bit can help to let out some of that air, the extra air that's in there. So I just want people to understand that sometimes you just need to you have to, I can hear my stomach making noises. Sometimes you have to press and just let it go. Okay. Alright. So, and then I just kind of let it go down. Whew. I think that was helpful. I'm a little, I have to take some Zofran. Time to take some Zofran. Zofran in the dissolvable form for me. Because it's like the only one that really works for me is the Zofran dissolvable. I know I keep having people coming in and out, and I'm just hoping that somebody comes in and stays in, you know. I know it's not easy being a content creator slash advocate, but I'm trying my best. But please hit that subscribe button. Please join. That'll help me as well. It'll really help me as well if you join. It doesn't cost that much a month. It really doesn't. So if you want to join my team, you just hit that join button, and yeah, it doesn't cost that much to be part of my team for a month. And this is my JTube line. Ta-da! This is my best friend. I'm just kidding. It's not my best friend. To me, it's not. Oh, life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Pretty true. I just don't know how many people I'm going to get back in here, because I'm going to do my medicine, because I hurt very badly right now, actually. So, just going to wait for some people to come in, because I would like to do some medicine and then say cheers to you guys. So, when I get a certain amount of people in here, then I'll do a nice little dabaroo, get myself a little space cadet wise, and that I can maybe get some sleep. So I'm just waiting for some people to show up, and then I'll do a dab. Yeah, my stomach is gurgling. It's just like, yeah, no more. So I should probably take my pills. I'm gonna close it off. And I'm gonna take my pills. There. But yeah, I've been going through this for quite a while. Hi. I was waiting for someone to come in. I wanted to do, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. I've been waiting, because I'd like to do a cheers with my medicine to those who have been in. I know it takes, some people are against THCA, or the herbal plant, as I'll call it, but I don't think they should be. But that's okay. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. I want to say Dabbing Granny is awesome. If anybody knows who Dabbing Granny is, I want to say thank you to her, because you know what? She's at least, normalizing dabs and normalizing, all of that, and I thank her. I am wearing a fall button, by the way, if anybody wants to know what this is. That's what it is. It's a fall button. Yeah, this is a fall button. I have a DNR. Yeah, I have severe gastroparesis, severe osteoporosis, and I have the DNR because I can't have chest compressions. Otherwise, they will unalive me. So I've been struggling with this, the gastroparesis now for quite a while, since 2022. So 2022, 23, 24, 25. So 4.5 years. 4.5 years. This has been a long 4.5 years. Hoofda. Alright. So, but I was diagnosed in 2024. But I've been struggling with it since 2022. So, yeah. It's a big struggle. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to use some of my Reclaim. So, and what I'm using is this, and I'm going to be using my Reclaim. So I want everybody to understand, this is Reclaim. And I'm going to grab this. Alright, so with my Reclaim, And I'm thankful that people will have been coming in, and I'm thankful for it. So thank you. I also have a Band-Aid. You probably can't see it very well, but I do. I have a Band-Aid on because my skin's been having some issues. So let's see some. Well, there'll be at least 4 people in here when I start to do this, because I'm trying to. I'm gonna ask my pendulum. I want to see what it says actually. Let's see if it's accurate. Is there gonna be like 4 people that come in? It says no. It's kind of funny how it's already saying no. It's going back and forth, back, forth, back, forth. The back, forth action actually means no for this one. Great. That's okay. I'm just thankful for everybody that did come in, so thank you. And the 4 likes that I did get, yay! I don't know how many views I got, but 4 likes is 4 likes. It's something. It is. You know, I should be humbled and thankful. You know, I am thankful. 4 likes is something. It's better than none. And I'm trying to be an advocate about what helps me with my gastroparesis and my pain, what calms my body. Even though coughing does hurt a bit, I'm not gonna lie, the coughing hurts. This is my tool. He's a little panda. But with gastroparesis, using marijuana, I'm just gonna put it that way, marijuana or cannabis or cannabinoids has been proven to also help. But some people get hyperemesis cannabinoid syndrome, which is a totally different thing, and it's when cannabis actually causes the vomiting and nausea and all that. Though that's a different story. Different story. When you have gastroparesis, it actually is quite helpful, at least in my instance, it has been. So, without further ado, I want to check something quick. I didn't think there was something in here, but I always like to go up in here and grab out, and then I can, put it in the container. Or if it's too much, then I can just, because there's a lot in there. Yeah, there's a lot. It'll just have to be burned out. There's a lot in there of reclaim up in there. So it'll come out once it goes into this little reservoir. Oh. Hold on a minute. Just trying to push it in here. Okay. All good to go. Alright, so I'm going to take some reclaim. Reclaim. Alright, so this is reclaim. See how dark it is? That's why it's called reclaim. It's pretty dark. And there's water in this. This is a clover rig. I actually have a reclaim rig on it. So that way everybody understands why it's a little more smoother for me as well. And let's get to going. So here's my torch. See what I got on there? Cat dog. Alright. Cat dog. Hello, little cat dog. It's from my era. And I'm autistic and have ADHD, so I am who I am. I just want to burn some of this go down, so I'm just going to let it... Oh, it's hitting me. There it goes, just burning it down. Burning it down. Okay. Alright. Cheers, my dears. Whoops. Whew. Whew. See, when I do it, like the tube here, it gets a little tight, and so this part hurts. This part right now, as you can see, I have clamped. So, but I'm actually bloated right now. You can actually see it now. Because it's poofed a bit. And so I'm bloated. But that's okay. So, but I'm gonna end this live. I've been live for like 47 minutes. I mean, unless people want to come back in. I mean, I can be live longer. Just a matter of me. Oh, owie, I hurt. Okay, good. Put you guys back here. I am so sorry. Jenny, thank you. Can you hear me now? Oh my goodness. That's why. Oh my goodness. I wonder how long I was not. Thank you for the like. No, I wonder how long I was on live with no sound. Because at one point I had sound. I must have had sound because people were talking. I said, hi, hi. Maybe I'd. Oh my gosh. What I was saying was that I had just got done doing some herbal remedy because I have severe gastroparesis, which is partial to complete stomach paralysis. It's incurable. And thank you, Jenny. I have a DNR, which means do not resuscitate. And 37. I'll be 38 this year. I'm married. And yeah. So I did a dab. You can actually call it that. Hey, have you seen Deb and Granny? So, yeah. But yeah, so my cane always falls. I've nicknamed it John McCain. I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user as well. Can you tell how many times it's fell? I have also autism and ADHD. I think we can tell. If you could please share, subscribe. Thank you. I'm also trying to get as many followers on YouTube as well, or on Instagram. I only have 1,000 on there. I can go live on here. On Facebook, I have like 8,000 plus followers, and then I have 5,000 friends. So obviously I can go live on there, but I'm meta verified now on my Instagram, so I can. Once I'm live, I'll still be more protected, so people can be in a more safer space as well. It's kind of like my YouTube. It's connected to my Facebook as well. I just don't have as many. I have like 80 something, I think, subscribers. I think that's it. I'm okay, and I'm thankful. Thank you for being here. Thank you. It means a lot. Oh, look, purple. Even though you did pink. So with that being said, where are you from? If that's okay. I mean, I'm into the questions, answers, especially about my rare disease like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, osteoporosis severe, which is why I have the DNR, because if they did chest compressions, I would be unalived. I live in Wisconsin, South Central. This is because I have severe gastroparesis. This is my J tube. It's got my formula bag, flush bag. My G tube bag is down here. It catches my stomach contents and lets me vent. So, yeah. And so I have a G and a J tube. There, that's me. Oh, and I have a daughter. She'll be 17 this year. And I have such small wrists that's why this is like, it's a 6-inch, I guess. But it, at least it doesn't fall off. So that works. Hi, welcome in. Finally, you can hear me. I apparently had. Well, that was nice. They just left. Thanks a lot. So, if you have anything to ask, tell me where you're from. If you have chronic illness, if you've dealt with it, if you've dealt with if you've dealt with like chronic illness, if you've dealt with anything like, just let me know. I'm here for questions. I'm here for answers. I'm here for anyone that has a comment that would like to ask me a question, or if you'd like to tell me about you, be kind. Always, please adhere to the rules of YouTube as well. And it's a safe space here. So if you talk, you talk, and just be kind though. That's all I ask. So that's why I ask for subscribers. I ask people if you can join. It's not very much per month. The reason I would even ask people to join is only because I'm going to use whatever funds I use Half of it was going to go to GPACT. GPACT is a fundraiser. It's a nonprofit fundraiser or organization for the research for gastroparesis because there is no cure. So it's the only one there is. And then the other part of it would go towards helping me with supplies that my insurance doesn't cover and certain things don't, like certain DME supplies, other things, that maybe, can help me in the long run, that are customizable add-ons that maybe my insurance won't cover that I can use for my wheelchair, things like that. And I'm an advocate, and I would like to be able to be more independent, even though I'm married. Yes, I have some independence, but 9 times out of 10, I'm home. So, but also, I mean, if I'm able to, I'm not, but it's not as often as I wish. I used to be able to drive. I can't anymore. Forgive me, I'm going to be having a cigarette. But yeah, so, I mean, it's one of those things that having this has changed the dynamic of my life in many different ways. So yes, I do play Call of Duty now more than I ever used to. So it's like it's my go-to game. Um, so yeah, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure now, just because now I play it all the time. And yeah, I'm in pain right now. My stomach hurts. I'm not lying. Um, I hope it passes soon. Because with the flare, with gastroparesis, it causes pain. So, and pain's no fun, especially when it's stomach and abdominal. My stomach just feels like it's being kind of icky, and that's what my stomach kind of feels like right now. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Finally, you can hear me. But yeah, so that's what it feels like right now. Just my stomach just feels and it hurts a bit. I mean, having the G&J tube, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't be here. I'm gonna tell you guys this. And yes, I have a DNR, and it sucks because I didn't realize defibrillation is not on that list of things they can do. I thought they could. And that's one of the things that I really wanted to understand. I'm going to be on palliative care soon. That's another thing. So hopefully that helps my pain tolerance. Well, pain in general. And everything. Especially since I have caregivers, and right now we're in the midst of getting caregivers. So, because we were in the middle of it. Because we just moved and everything. So we had and there was always stuff that went on. But I'll get into that some other time. So it's been a struggle. And yes, I should not be doing this. But hey. I'm very thankful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and join if you'd like. I I will say join if you like. I'm not gonna say please join now or anything like that, but I don't have anybody right now that does subscribe to me, so but the money would actually go towards a good cause. It would go towards GPACT, which is a nonprofit organization to research for a cure for gastroparesis. It would also go towards me, of course, when it comes to just helping me be more of an advocate and maybe even doing getting more things that'll help me to reach out to more people, as well as maybe even get things that customize my custom wheelchair that I get that I can put onto my wheelchair that's more customized that my insurance doesn't cover. So I mean things like that, I intend to use. How did you find out, and what were your symptoms, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, good question. Jenny Canton 10. Very good question. Um, well, my very first part of my symptoms started in 2022. The early part, it was like really weirdly, it was like in January. Of all months, every January something. Okay. But anyway, so I just started feeling icky, you know? And then every time I would eat, I wasn't eating as much. I couldn't hold down very much. I wasn't feeling hungry. That was, I think, my first symptom. I wasn't feeling hunger. And that's when I was like, okay, well, why am I feeling this way? Why am I not feeling any hunger? And I was able to eat meat, I was able to eat all these things, and nothing smelled funky yet. Those were my first symptoms, though. It was just, I didn't feel hungry. I just felt I didn't want to eat. Then all of a sudden, later in 2022, probably about March, when I met my best friend. Um, she's an awesome best friend. And that's why I have this tattoo. And so I was with her, I was sitting down, and I told her, I was like, things are just awkward, I don't know what's going on. And one day, me and John, my husband, we went to Marco's Pizza, and nothing wrong with Marco's Pizza, just saying. But this was the first time something really, really noticeable happened. He bought a pizza, and he put it on my lap, and my nose and my face literally scrunched, and my nose, like, it was like a rabbit. I was twitching. There we go. And it was so rancid. It smelled so bad, like rotten meat. I don't even know how to describe it. And he felt so bad because I made me so nauseous. It was, and my dog Bubba, who's back here, you can see his ear. There he is. Um, he was back there, and he's a good dog, so he didn't touch it. And we got back to the house because John thought that I was gonna be able to eat some. No. So I tried to have some applesauce. That didn't kind of go over well. And then came the bile. I'm sorry to get graphic, but then came that, like, the acid reflux, and where it just hurt and burned. And every morning I was feeling morning sickness, like I was getting sick. And I started losing weight, not intentionally. I was trying to eat. I didn't know what I could eat. We didn't know what was going on. I had a endoscopy in early 2022. And the surgeon, when she went in there, because you're supposed to, not eat after midnight, right? So then your stomach's empty. And I was supposed to also, because it was an endoscopy, colonoscopy. So I also had to clean. And so I had to have Miralax and Dulcolax and, what they give you. And so you're fully cleaned up. Well, hopefully. So apparently when I went in, she goes, well, you had a little bit of stomach bleeding, because I was on a lot of ibuprofen, by the way. There was a lot of stomach pain. That's another symptom I forgot to add in there. I had a lot of stomach pain and a lot of things like that. So I was taking ibuprofen. Didn't understand, I just knew that I was supposed to be on that, and Capra was on because I was having seizures. I did, at one point. Now I've been seizure free for a while. But I'm not on a seizure med. So, but she said that there was some food remnants in there, and she thought I had gastroparesis, which I had never heard of. And so I told my doctor at this place. He didn't believe me. I didn't even know what it was, but apparently it was that rare. He really didn't believe me. He thought I had an eating disorder. Trigger warning. No, I don't. Never did. Anywho. So fast forward, I went and had a gastric emptying study. And that's what you have to find out. I went to Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. And what they do is they give you radioactive eggs, and you have to eat it along with a piece of toast. They give you, like, either water or lactose-free milk or milk. You have to eat it within 10 minutes. It was so gross. The eggs did not smell like eggs. Oh, so nasty. Because the first gastric emptying study I had done was at the hospital I was telling you about first, and they accidentally botched it because they forgot to tell me to stop taking certain meds. So it showed up, quote unquote, normal. Now, fast forward to the Mayo. Yes, I've had that. Gross. Okay. Well, alright. Then you understand. So anyway, at Mayo, though, they make you stand. At the other hospital, they made me lay down. So, but by this time, I had lost more weight. I was in my 90-pound range. I'm not even in the 90-pound range right now. So, I'm 88 pounds. That's actually where I'm at. I wish I was more. But at the same time, like, I just need to be healthy. I need to feel good. So, anyway, I was standing there and they make you eat it, and I had my arms up like this, and I could see the radioactive isotopes in my tummy, and it went very slow. Then they make you eat a lunch. Oh well, I got even more bloated. I had no J tube at this time, right? No G tube, nothing yet like that. Oh, it sucked, man. Just going back to that memory just makes me go, ooh. They made me eat a sandwich that they put, I swear to God, about this thick of turkey in that. I swear. I think either ham or turkey. And no lettuce, of course. Because if you have gastroparesis, you're not allowed to have raw fruits or veggies. You know. And then they had it between two pieces of bread. And then jello. And a full thing of bottled water. And you had to have that within 30 minutes and then come back in for another scan. Because it was like a whole day scan, right? And then that was on a Friday. And on the Saturday, I had to come in the morning to have another scan. And then Sunday, back in for another scan. They found out that I had 48% left. Actually, over 48% left in my stomach after 4 hours, 90 minutes. And so on, whatever. Apparently, the normal person should have 90% to 100% empty by 4 hour mark. Did not know that. So I was considered severe gastroparesis. And then I had a bone density study done because I was very malnourished. And I still am. I mean, you can tell that I'm kind of a tiny little thing still. And not as bad as I was. I was 78 pounds at my lowest, so not as bad as I was, but I'm a very, very, very tiny person. So, thankfully I have a little bit of something on there. Better than it was. So the bone density showed that I was severely osteoporotic. Like, I had osteopenia and osteoporosis, because some parts were just bone thinning, some parts it was just brittle. Like, my hips were bad, my spine was bad, what else was bad? My feet. Even though they didn't really look at my feet, I already broke my right big toe, and that's kind of how they figured out, okay, she might have osteoporosis, because she broke her right big toe, and she didn't really even do anything. And I've also broken my middle big toe, or middle toe of my right foot. Same foot. So, and osteoporosis was the reason why. Yeah, so then you understand. And I am on Timlos, which is albaraperitide. I have to give myself a shot every day for it. I don't know if you have to be on a shot or any medication for it. It's albaraperitide is the name of the shot that I have, or Timlos, or Timlos. August 24th is my last day of being able to use it because you can only be on it for 2 years. And then I'll have to be on reclassed infusion. So, it's kind of weird to be 37 years old and know all this. I don't know. It just really is. It's really weird to know. And I'm so thankful that you're asking questions. And with gastroparesis, you can either gain weight or you can lose. And most of the time, it's more common in people with diabetes than it is idiopathic. And now the thing is, it's also more common in women than it is in men. It's 40% more common. And 30% of people with gastroparesis end up with a feeding tube. Oh, well, thank you, Jenny. You're young. I don't know how old you are, but I'm gonna say you're young and beautiful too. I think the ADHD autism in me just is the way I with compliments. I take them differently. I'm thankful. I just kind of get all like, you. Also, Mickey tubes, because I had a low profile tube before that. Because every 3 months I have to have the tubes replaced, and I got this from Mickey Cares, which does feeding tubes and stuff, and they sent Ava. Now I put this on there because of my best friend, and I'll explain about my best friend, but it says Mickey Cares, and then there's a mini low profile tube feeding tube. Um, Mickey J, or Mickey Tube. But anyway, so my best friend, she is a survivor of stage 4B cancer. She is still on a chemo pill, but that's why I actually have this tattoo. The white represents me, the teal represents her, but it also represents for me the teal because of PTSD and complex PTSD. So, it represents both me and her. And I'm a singer. Uh, First and foremost, I'm a singer-songwriter, and that's why I've decided to use my platform more as a advocacy platform now, because my singing has taken it on the back burner, which is kind of sad, but it's true. I'm thankful. Thank you for. Please please subscribe. Join if you can. If you're able to. Like I said, it helps. Anything helps. Anything helps. But anyway, so I don't know. Like when I get my custom wheelchair, I'm gonna feel a little more independent. Even with having a DNR, I'm a little scared about that because like if something really happens to me, they can't bring me back. I didn't really understand the full amount of it because I thought they could still use a defibrillator and they can't. And I'm not lying. Trust me. I mean, I'm not. I can like blur out, I guess, the paperwork, but I mean, seriously, I have a DNR, and if I turn my camera around, you can actually see it. So hold on. There you go. So yeah, that's my bracelet. Sorry, didn't mean to make it so loud. But I'm not gonna show you on the way back because it has my husband's number on it. So, and I don't. Yeah, you gotta be careful what you share. I'm so sorry, and you will always be in. Oh well, thank you. I appreciate it. I am spiritual as well, so I appreciate any prayers or um, manifesting of abundance into my life of any type. I'm thankful for. My spirituality is more of a earth based, so just so you are aware, I don't care where the kindness comes from. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't judge either. Just so everyone understands that I believe in love and light, and I don't believe in judgment to anyone else. So, thank you. I appreciate it. I do believe in that. We should all treat each other the way we would love to be treated. So what goes around comes around. I believe in karma. Um, golden rule. So thank you. And I'm always praying for other people. I'm always saying that I hope everyone else, feels better, including anyone in my family or my friends. And I think sometimes I forget about myself, like when I'm saying something like asking for, things to go better. Sometimes I think I forget to ask for myself in general. I think I more or less say, I want us to feel better about something or whatever. I don't necessarily say, well, I need something for me. Um, but I think that's mainly because I don't like. I think it feels selfish. Sorry, my meds are starting to kick in. I think it makes me start to feel selfish. I think is what it is. I'm gonna take a little bit of my. Oh, I still have a lot of coffee left. Hmm. I don't care if I shouldn't have done that. It tasted too good to stop. I'll open this. There. I cheated. It's opened my G-tube. Just let it flow out. And my pills should be absorbed by now anyway, so. Which is kind of funny. When I take pills that way, they do tend to break up easier. As long as I have it with water. So, that's one of those things that I do keep watch. I make sure. But I was gonna do more of my reclaim, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay with you guys and talk if you have more questions, because I really want to know if anybody else has incontinence issues. I have incontinence and pelvic floor dysfunction, as well as an evacuation disorder. So that is why I wear Depends. And I just want to know, like, is there something that women out there that I don't know, that don't have what I have, but they still have incontinence and that kind of issue? Like, what is, like, your go-to thing to do, like, when you're having a problem, even though you have incontinence, running, if your stream, we're going to call it that, when the stream becomes, it's like it's slow, but you really got to go. And yet you have incontinence, so you're like, well, why the heck isn't it coming out? Like, I asked my urologist this already. He said, I'm supposed to, like, bend over a little bit and let my pelvis, like, kind of like bend my pelvis a certain way. And he said, if that doesn't work, then I may have to catheterize myself. And I was like, And I think you understand that as a woman, I'm sure, or anyone for that matter, I think would understand, like, I don't want to stick anything in my urethra. Mm-mm. That is a no-no. I'm going to call it a no-no hole. Why did it all of a sudden get bright? That was freaky. Because that's my bathroom over here, so I'm watching that. Is there anybody in my bathroom? My husband's snoring. It's just kind of funny. Hey, I've been live for over an hour. Woo! Can I get people to come, celebrate? It's been over an hour. And thankfully, I've had at least 2 people in here. And Jenny, thank you so much for being in here. You have been a breath of fresh air in this live, I have to admit. My button is flashing blue, which means I need to plug it in. But I want to wait. I think it's best to wait. Because I have a feeling Jenny's still in here. Why did people leave, like, when I ask a question? I'm just making sure, like, if my husband gets up, then I have to pick up the phone, because, YouTube has regulations, and you gotta be careful, because I, myself, don't like to wear clothes when I go to sleep. I'm just making sure that he doesn't just walk out. I don't know where everybody went. If I did something wrong. I don't think I did, but I will wait. I will wait until I have another chat. And thank you for your interactions, by the way. Please subscribe. Please join. I am praying that and hoping and manifesting into abundance that people join and subscribe to my content, because Oh my goodness, would it help? Especially me. It would just really help someone like me. I'm just saying. Um, I don't normally do this, but I'm just saying, going, you know what? I do. I do need to get, people to join. I don't have the money to boost on Facebook, but I want to start boosting my reels, boosting my posts. I want to start boosting my posts on Instagram so that I can reach out to as many gastroparesis, osteoporosis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and more rare diseases individuals with chronic illness. Someone like me, fibromyalgia, all that. Tubies. Anybody that has a tube. I'm trying to reach out and be able to spread my awareness of what I have so everyone understands how it affects me and why I have the DNR. And I don't know how many people with what I have a DNR. So that's why I want to reach out to as many people as I possibly can. And I'm hoping that I do. I'm so tired. My meds are like kicking in. Oh, they really are kicking in. Don't you just love that when your sleeping meds are starting to kick in? Alright, well, I think I should probably let you guys go because, yeah, I thank you for being in here, merry meet, and love and light, and thank you for all that have came in. I greatly appreciate it. I've tried to advocate as much as possible, so thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your, whatever day it is for you, and I hope your Monday is full of abundance. Good night.